question. We are in Q&A now. So Abu Karim, you are okay.
My mic is not okay. My mic is open now. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I appreciate all the speakers and they've done a fantastic job. So my question is simple. Like when we are talking about taking your business online and online marketing, there are some of us who does businesses that you just need physical contact. Like I'm a civil engineer. The second speaker will understand my point of view. Like I deal in construction and a bit of telecommunication infrastructure service providing. Like you want to do renovation, you want to do construction. There is no how you can do this virtually. You need to be on site. To implement your construction practices, you need to do foundation from substructure to superstructure, finishing and all of that. So we find ourselves, except you are in consulting firm, like maybe you do structural designs and you do costing for people. That is the only where you can do this online. But we specialize in the physical contact. How do you think we can maximize this?
Okay, so thank you. Okay, pardon me. We want to let's have two more questions and then we probably take all of them together in three like that. So just hold on, Dr. Ibiola, I know you want to make but let's just have more questions and then we can take it here. So Michael Abozos, I hope I get your name right. I think please, I'm trying to unmute you, but I don't know what you are doing at your hand. Okay, you're on now. Michael, you're on now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask Mr. Ekundayo to please quickly list the communication tools and the accounting tools. I missed some when I was listening.
Thank you. All right. So Raphael Choma. Okay. Raphael Choma, you can take your question now.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My question is, I'm just starting out a health business. How do I start being online? I need to get my customer, I need to give them herb and living food, and now everywhere is shut down. How do I start getting online? Mr. Yeni, I think you can answer.
Okay, all right, so
the best.
All right, thank you. So we have 3 questions, and I hope the 3 of them have gotten it. So we can go who's shooting first. I think you can unmute your mic from your hand, I guess. Okay, let me just unmute. Let me unmute the mic. Doctor, I'm trying to unmute your mic. You are unmuted, Doctor. Mr. Paul. Doctor, your mic is open.
Okay, thank you very much. For somebody who is into construction as a civil and structural engineer, I think this is a good opportunity for you to upskill yourself. The next level for a civil and structural engineer will be project management, materials coordination, and cost engineering and cost consulting. So this is a good time for you to build up your LinkedIn profile as a professional and go on the requisite webinars, the requisite online courses to position you as a project manager, project engineer, materials coordinator, and cost engineer, cost consultant, and begin to gather all the data. This is also a good time to study the demands and the trends on social media. So whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Facebook platforms, LinkedIn platforms, do a search of the keywords and the hashtags that relate to your next level, and begin to engage people who have the expertise in the area you are moving into. Join the right groups. So you can join the right groups, join Nigerian Society of Engineers online groups, Council of Safety Engineers online groups, and international and regional groups in that space, and begin to gather phone numbers, emails, contact details of people. And you need to categorize these people into potential customers and clients, mentors and coaches, associates and affiliates and begin to build the right ecosystem. Because during the stay home period, you can invest in relationship building, customer understanding, identify problems, issues, and challenges that can be converted into opportunities, and begin to get proposals in place, hold online meetings with the right people you'll be partnering with beyond the COVID, so that you already have agreements in place and you can run with these agreements and these opportunities afterwards. So there's a lot of work to be done now. I'm more busy now than I was busy before the shutting, because when you start auditing your digital contacts, your data, and begin to look at the trends of what's going on online, you find out there's so many things you've missed, and you can begin to realign your blind spot and re-strategize, redefine your business model. So the real fundamental point now is that you really need to sit down and re-envision your business. Envision your business model. What's going to be your new business model and strategy to create the right ecosystem around your business post-COVID, to be able to provide the right products and services beyond the COVID. I hope I have answered your questions, and if you still need some more answers, then you can let me know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So who's going for the next question? Dayo?
Okay. Okay. Just quickly, you asked about the communication tools. I talked about Charity. It's spelled CHANTY. So you can look for that. We have Google Hangouts. For the communication tool, we have Zoom. We have Skype. There's Skype for business, and there's the regular Skype. There is Microsoft Team. There's GoToMeeting. There is Join.me. Then accountability tools. There is Asana. That's ASANA. There is Pivotal Tracker. There is Trello. There is Wiki. There is Google Calendar. There is Done This. I done this. Yeah, I done this. Yeah. Then there's Rescue Time. There's Tog. There's Airtable. So depending on which one you want to use there. So each one of them have different approach. Then you can go and Google OKRs. That's the new performance metrics that they use to track performance. So you see different kind of tables that are being generated. Then someone talked about starting an health business and you're considering going online. Fantastic. We deal in the health sector. Our kind of business is more of a position to give more value than we get in back. So you see us run free training sessions like How Did I Meet Mr. Paul? I was in the days of, I think, Deal Day, when they used to put a lot of bundles and say, okay, this chair and all of this was going to go for 200 and something thousand, somewhere 600,000, if I can remember. And then we had conversations on how we could push emails. Now, when you're dealing, especially in some particular sector, we deal with accounting, we deal with some of these sectors, you cannot advertise directly. So you must be positioned to give a lot of value out in terms of free content. How did we get the people we're dealing with now? We sent out a content 21 ways Ogilvy. That's the biggest advertising agency in the world. How the guy started and onboarded a lot of customers. So we said 21 ways Ogilvy onboarded or got his top customers, because in a space of 2 years, the guy was worth $54 million. He's still the father of advertising in modern time. And, you know, people were asking for that content and they kept asking for other things. So, you know, Mr. Paul talked about upselling. So you need to start looking for what are the help and tips you can give out for free in emails, in different formats. So start giving it out and then start collecting data. So in exchange for the free data I'm giving you, or free information I'm giving you, what are you giving me?
Thank you.
I know,
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Because we have so many questions coming in, so we need to really, manage the time. So please let's just give you the punch lines of the questions so we can talk more. Okay, I think we have one more question on yet to. Okay, you've answered it too. We answered two. Doctor answered more than one. Okay, we have a question from the WhatsApp and we have on the chat room. So let me quickly take 2 from the WhatsApp. So this person said that my line of business is the worst hit now. Kindly advise on what to do. I have a travel agency. I'm fashion designer. What can I do online at the moment? Of what other businesses can I join? All right, these two sectors actually worth it. Nobody wants to wear anything now. I think I've been wearing shorts and t-shirts all along all this period. So even my suit and all of that are under what do you call it now? Isolation. All right, so okay, we need to. Nobody can travel. The passport, even the ticket, is just useless. So she needs help. All right, so the next question here, I have somebody saying that how can I provide accounting services during this lockdown? That's another question. Okay, let's take 2 more questions and then we have an answer. Okay, this person said, who is that? Okay, my question goes to Mr. Yemi. Please, who is cooking? All right. He mentioned speed in business. In a situation where the organization you work for gives a time frame to delivery, the service and the customer thinks the time frame is too long. How can one, as a salesperson, fill in that gap to ensure the client buys? Okay. Okay, so I think another person is also into fashion or textile design. So that can be answered together. Let me ask the last question here. How can an organization draw traffic to their website organically without spending? Bill, my God. Let the expert answer that. Okay, all right. Nobody wants to spend. Okay, so it's open for us. I don't know who's going. Mr. Paul, Dio, Doctor, who's going?
Mr. Paul, that's all right.
Mr. Paul, are you on? I don't know which mic is on. It's unlocked that is giving us serious trouble. It's not fair. Whose mic is that? Dayo, you may want to answer some of the questions. All right, so I'm trying to get Mr. Paul in. Dayo, you may want to.
So I will try to. I'll make an attempt to answer the people in the textiles industry. I know the times have changed. There was a competition Microsoft ran last week within the Microsoft staff team, and they were asking when last did you put on a jean. It was just a funny thing. I have not worn a jean in through the months. I wore once, so nobody was putting on some materials, no fashion, nothing's really happening now. But I discovered that there is a huge demand for face masks, which I believe, not everybody will get the business out of it. I sit on the board of a company that is a non-profit in Edo State. And just because of this lockdown thing, what they did was they went to align strategically. They've produced about 15,000 nose masks because we train people, we get support from a lot of, agencies that give us money to train people to teach them fashion. And we could not meet demand. So she went to the market, the lady in charge went to the market to go and hire those guys that used to sell cotton. Those guys that sell cotton in all those Yaba and all of those kind of places, once in Benin. And they started sewing nose masks for people. The governor have ordered for 1,000 pieces. She's been able to push some things. She's even telling me to do that in Lagos. Lagos currently has a demand for about 3 million nose masks by close of this week or so. So they want people to start putting it on. I've bought 25. So you may want to start looking at those slow hanging fruit. Then another thing is, what are the fashion tips you can start giving now? Post-COVID fashion tips, how to dress while you're at home. Things, just keep giving out value and start building a clientele base. You may not be able to make a conversion of those people immediately, but this is the best time to build a funnel. The best time to start building potential customers. So start giving out value to them, start talking to them about post-COVID dressing, what would dressing be like, what kind of stuff, we're getting into the raining seasons, what kind of dressings are you looking at? Now, we may not be able to do the gatherings like how it used to be, so you need to look at that. Can I get the other questions? I don't have them in my head. I didn't write them down. I was supposed to write. Any other question?
Sorry. How can an organization draw traffic to their website organically without spending? So I don't know how that's possible.
So the first thing an organization wants to do without spending is that you need, if you're using a basic WordPress, for example, go into your WordPress, go to the back end, and go to a place. SEO and register your website for the. Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Now, so on board, get all your SEO sorted if you are using a WordPress. If you're not using a WordPress, there are ways when you start talking about your meta tags and all of that for that particular website. Now, after you've done that, you now need to deliberately create a long tail SEO, because when you search on Google, there is something called long tail SEO. It's different from the short tail SEO where people will be talking about keywords and all of that. The future, I took a course about a week ago, which talks about voice SEO. So when you're searching for things now, search for any particular thing, you see that the first thing that comes up are a number of questions that are potentially going to be asked. So, for example, if I type the word I want to buy shoes, you will find different kind of website, but you now find some sort of website that looks like a blog. What kind of shoe are you looking for? How many shoes you see that information that is there? Copy those questions and make an attempt to write an article on them and put them on your blog. Make sure your website has a blog. See, those questions are the things that Google used to draw traffic from your website. So if you're just using keywords, just keywords alone, it's not sufficient, but use long tail. Long tail will give you enough content for your website. So that is, and then make sure you write out your points, your ideas in points when you're writing an article on it. Now, the next thing is to register for Google My Business, which is very important. Google My Business is free. So they will send you an authentication code, you verify, your business become registered, so that when people Google, they find it by on Google, and then by the right-hand side of the Google search, you will find your company, you find the address, then start getting reviews onboarded there. Let people start writing reviews for you. Let start getting that on the ground. Another third option is make sure you have a free material you can give in exchange every time people come to your website. So if you go to our website now, you'll find things like 10 things that you can do, especially on the Business Plus website. There's on the blog side, you'll find things like how to set up a full Google ads free. We'll give you a free material on how to set up Google ads. You know what will happen when you want to set up Facebook ad? You come back to that website. That's how you become top of mind. So you begin to get a lot of traffic. Then make sure you have forms, different kind of forms on the website that begins to collect data. People want to exit, try to push for potential take off of data from them. Try to ask them, why are you leaving? Do you mind if we contact you after now? And then, Doctor mentioned something that was very strategic, which is the place of using questionnaires to generate clients. We started working on the form last week where we'll ask you certain questions, and at the end of the question, it's like a questionnaire, the normal typical questionnaire. At the end, you start asking you, are you using XYZ service? Will you mind if we contact you? Will you mind giving us your phone number and email so that we are able to provide this service for you? Meanwhile, the first 5 questions or first 10 questions that you filled were just free. So that is
Thank you. We have so much questions so that we can manage time. All right. I think we have okay. The fashion industry, you have answered that actually, but we have somebody saying, how do I fill in the gap if the client wants a quick service delivery, but it seems your process within your organization is a bit draggy, slow. So how do you fill in the gap? I don't know. So who's taking that. Doctor, you want to make comment? I'm trying to unmute your mic, but I think you can handle that from your end. Yeah.
I was going to talk about the requirements for personal protective equipment and the face mask, which has been handled already. But I also believe that the African face masks, has its own unique differentiation. The face masks that are embellished with sequins and different types of beads and Ankara or Adire, I have to be honest with you, is going to become the trend beyond COVID, because a lot of people, if you've done surveys around or polls around how long do you think you'll be wearing face masks beyond COVID, most people confidently would say that a year beyond COVID, they would use a face mask. So face masks that are decorative will become very widely accepted. And on the back of providing face masks that are decorative and African, such people could actually enter regional and international markets, because the ultimate really with the drop in the exchange rate and the fluidity in our foreign exchange is to earn revenue from overseas. So one has to begin to think of what I'm doing in Nigeria to earn Naira. How am I going to translate that to enter a new market that will enable me earn dollars or pounds sterling or euros? So I think there are a lot of opportunities that you could actually use to reposition your business and take what you're doing very well now as a strength to enter new markets and new geographical locations. So that I was going to throw that in.
All right, thank you. So, okay, I have one question here for Mr. Yeni actually. How do I go about building a subscription model into my business? I mean, to a business like mine. Okay, we don't know what your business is, but it just says. But how do I build a subscription model? That's one. Secondly, let's take two more questions so that we can just answer them together. My question is, how do I build subscription model for a HR company? Okay, that's another company, another question, but I think that that goes together. Okay. All right. So, okay, we have so many questions on that in that regard. How do I build subscription model? Okay, maybe you just take that, and I think that can answer about 5 questions.
Okay, so let me just talk about subscription models. There are several subscription models. So I will mention the ones that are prevalent in our neighborhood there. So Ikoyi Club runs a subscription model. So every year you pay for membership to join Ikoyi Club, right? Now, by the time you join Ikoyi Club, for example, I play golf in Ikoyi Club. So you need to pay for golf separately after you pay membership. So that is another grade. So it's like a club system. It's exclusive to certain people. Now, that is an exclusive subscription model. There is a one which is very open, like the data I talked about, very open. Now, if you're an HR, outsourcing is one of the ways people do a lot of subscription model. So you outsource talent, and there are different industry practice. For example, we do a lot. Our primary business is digital marketing and outsourcing digital talents. That's all we do primarily. So any other business we do are more like we invest into those businesses. So any business that doesn't talk about that, we are not even willing to invest. So you must understand that for an HR, you're giving out talent, and they are saying that this talent is worth this amount, and this is the amount will be taken for cost of managing this talent per time. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's a subscription model. So every month you're guaranteed that, okay, out of my 400 staff out there, they are paying me 5% of their salary as an inflow. If you're now doing digital talent outsourcing, it's another grade entirely. So for those, they are not standard industry benchmark. You're the one who will now stand to say that, okay, this is the amount I'm getting this talent, this is what I'll be giving out. So because those practices are not under what the Federal Ministry of Labor and all of that covers. So if you're going to do all of that, then you need an employer license and all of that to run at that level, which we have a part of the business that does that, but it's not directly tied to us. Now, another subscription model is you now need to build formulas like people who subscribe, who bring in water to organizations, like this seaway water thing and all of that. They are all running subscription models. People who do diesel supply are running subscription model. Some people do cement supply for subscription models. So you need to look at a part of your business that can guarantee that kind of subscription model. Something that guarantees that every 4 days or every 1 week or every once a month, we are going to do XYZ for you. And in exchange, you are guaranteed this kind of income. So that's when you can get a PO. That's when you can get that every month we are giving you this, we're going to sign this contract with you so that you deliver this kind of service. Initially, I used to call it an ESOP model. When we were making a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, that one day I just woke up, I told my wife, well, let's go to VGC and buy a house. It was that much. But I discovered that 6 months down the line, part of the money capital we're making, which is a one-off business model approach, when we just do a gig, may one just do something with us and walk away. And we were making a lot of money, but the issue was we were spending that money a lot more on staff salaries and keeping up in the office. But by the time we move into subscription, when you start giving out value, like you see, we did something for an accounting firm that had also migrated, where they now have small businesses that they're on board, and every month they go and do accounting services for them. Now, providing that accounting service, they say it's 50K every month. And then the company pays them 50K. They put together their books and all of that. The man has about, I think about 30 accounting firms that he's managing, and they are paying him that amount every month, guaranteed. So he hired like 4 accountants who are responsible to run that whole process for him. So you can either make it something like that. So you need to look at your business from different angles, different models. We have different, I can tell you loads and loads of clients to sit down with, and we work this whole process with them. So your business needs to look for exactly where can I get, and then when you're running a subscription model, you are not supposed to be pricey. So what you're supposed to build for, okay, so website maintenance, I take 100,000 naira. But because I want to do a subscription for 1 year, I want them to sign off with me, I can say, give me 80,000 or 50,000 naira for 1 year instead of a one-off 100,000 naira. The customer don't see it. It's called funny money. So the money keeps coming out of the customer by 50,000 naira, which they don't see as significant cost. But you are maximizing money that way, and it guarantees you an income, and you have a predictable income because businesses plan on predictable income. So that's the model. That's the model you find several people. I can tell you loads and loads of businesses.
Thank you. Mr. Paul, I think, wait, let me add 1 or 2 questions, then you will respond, and then we call it off by 12:30. We are supposed to stop by 12:15. We still have loads of questions. I can tell you we have almost 50 questions, but we may not be able to go beyond this, minute. Okay, so, but we have, the good thing is that we have the WhatsApp platform. So I will have the facilitators, and I hope we will not abuse the platform. Okay, so if you have them, you can still be able to engage them. All right, so that we can still do that. Maybe drop your question as they have time. They probably chip in 1 or 2 things, and then we're also going to close lock the platform, the WhatsApp platform, once we see any form of abuse or we have exhausted answer to the question. So let me just take 2 questions, and Mr. Paul will now make contribution. Then I will take a closing remark of 30 seconds from the speakers, and then we'll call it a day. Please pardon me. We still have other schedules of other trainings running after now, and they also are very busy with with other things. So all right. So this person from Oluwole said, I work with a pension fund administrator. Please, how do you think I can sell more with this lockdown situation? People want to collect their money actually. So putting into consideration that organizations are downsizing now and a lot pay reduced salary, people are looking for survival. I think they will do justice to that. All right. So using for Michael, using video to engage your customer on social media. What kind of video can you make as a book publisher and marketer? All right. 1 more. Okay, this is okay. Anybody can answer this. Can you share more? Oh, I don't know. This is not clear. Your question is not clear. It's just like a comment. Okay. Okay. So 1 more second, please. Let me just add 1 more question, and then we'll close. If I have. Okay. Can I take advantage of online for my laundry outfit? knowing fully well that it's a residential and neighborhood business. All right, that's it. So you can fire from your hand. Go
All
ahead.
right. All right. Let me start from the person who was talking about being an engineer, and the person who was talking about travel agency and fashion. It's the same thing with the person who is talking about accounting service. It's the same thing for the person who's talking about pension fund. You want to think outside the box. You don't want to limit yourself. You don't want to stay where you have always been. I think the issue is we're used to the status quo that we don't want to think outside. I've been doing it this way, and that's the way I want to continue to do it. If you do that in this generation, in this season, you'll find yourself out of business. One thing you can do, apart from what Dr. and Mr. Yeni has said, I would like to add that you want to add value. Like I said, that's most important. Now you want to add more value to your people, to potential customers, to customers. Then if you want to become an authority, maybe somebody who is into engineering, or somebody who's into, the travel agency person and the fashion person, can you please create a blog and start telling people about what will happen after this lockdown? After this lockdown, everybody wants to travel. Give them an idea of what is going to happen. Everybody's going to come to you when they find out you have the one that have been guiding them on what to do. So you're not losing anything. You're actually resting now. You're not losing. So you need to think of that. You want to make yourself an authority. When you have a blog and you teach people not how to just buy from you, you teach them how you can help them, what is happening outside, you become an authority. So people will listen to an authority rather than a seller. You don't want to be a seller now. You want to be an authority. You want to be teaching people, give people information. You want to also create a digital book, a guide. You want to create something that people can actually buy from you. It may not be too much money, maybe 2,000 naira for a product. People will buy it if there's value in it, because I sell now. I sell digital products now, and people are buying them. So if you want to, if you give people enough value and they believe you have the ability to help them, they will buy your digital product. So you can actually still make some money while you're making yourself an authority. Then talking about driving traffic, then having Google search, driving traffic to your website without spending money on advert. Mr. Yeni did good justice to that, but I want to add that you need to ask a question in your post. Google search for questions. Google look for people who are answering questions. So you want to ask questions. I've talked about Google My Business. Mr. Yeni also talked about it. Then you want to drive traffic from social media. Traffic from social media can be free if you know how to work it out. Like this person asks now, what kind of video should I use when I am a book publisher? You want to use videos that are educating. You want to use videos that are entertaining. You can even do reviews of books. So there are so many things you can do. If you do review of books, you want to review books that are written by other people that are in your industry. You want to talk about it. So you want to do reviews. If you do reviews of book, people will listen to it. They're not going to read the book. People want to hear what is inside the book without reading it. I can assure you of that. Nobody wants to read the whole book. So when you start doing review book, I think there's even a whole business on it. I've forgotten the name of the business now. One of these guys online, all they do is executive book reading for, I think, 15 minutes or 30 minutes for a whole book. So there are so many ways. What's that?
Blink list.
Thank you. So
mentor box.
Yeah, mentor box. Now, people are already doing that. So why don't you start that for Nigeria? And do you know how much these guys are making? These are very rich people who have invested so much into this. So why don't you think you're a laundry business and you're asking yourself, how can I do my laundry business? If you want to use advert can virtually specify where you are. If you know how to use Facebook advert very well, you can target to almost your nose. So all you need to do is to use this period to learn the skill of how to target very well. Learn detailed targeting. I just did a class yesterday, paid class yesterday on targeting for some business owners, just about 10 of them. So you need to do this. You need to realize that there's no business you're doing that you cannot get income, not just creating an authority and waiting for potential selling after this period. During this period, all you need to do is online, drop what you already know. You already know that this site work. Okay, drop it. Now, can I think like a beginner? No matter how big you have been, you need to start thinking like a beginner now. What can I do now to find myself in front of these people? What can I do now to be able to sell? Little things, but can generate a lot of money. I just helped you multiply the 3,000 by 1 million. That's 3 billion, for God's sake, for 1 month. So, and then you can create a repetitive model in anything. Let me talk about that subscription model. Anything. Just think of what the people need and what they can keep paying you for in any business, no matter how funny the business is. Furniture person can go and clean. Dentist can ask you to come back to clean your teeth every time. You're selling clothes. Now, nobody is buying clothes. Yes. But do you know that you can be a go-to place for me to try a lot of fashion? And then from there, I can look up something that I can sell up to you, something that you may even continue to buy after. Now, what if you start telling me about the fashion that is trending? What if you create a video blog? You can, in your house now, you can create a video blog, and all the clothes that you have, you wear them, take picture, talk about it. People want to read stories. You want to say, this clothes, I bought it. You can create just anything to get people's attention now. You become an authority and you start selling. You can become a wardrobe manager. You can become a wardrobe. I do the clothes, I am selling it to the people. What if they are not buying? You still have to survive. You're an entrepreneur. That's why you choose to be an entrepreneur anyway, because you believe that you can create something out of nothing. Thank you.
Right. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. We can have Mrs. Samo, your closing shot, and then we have Dio closing shot, and then I will just close the class. We have just we are even beyond that. Just go ahead, madam.
Muted. Okay, fine. I'd like to close with, I think we should all think big. This is a good time to build capacity, expand and redefine our supply chain, and then optimize the assets that we have. And the assets we have are really people, contacts, and relationships. So don't say because we're staying at home, we are stuck or we can't grow the business. This is a huge opportunity for us to remodel, re-envision our businesses, redefine our supply chains, and optimize our assets. So for the pension fund guy, I think you have a lot of people who have been involved in pension, paying some pension subscriptions. So this is an opportunity for you to begin to see where you can pool resources together and create things around these people because you know them and you have a relationship with them. Second point is I'd encourage everybody to set up Google Alerts for COVID-19 grants, projects, funds, Nigeria. On a daily basis, you will get opportunities where, whether the African Development Bank, the World Health Organization, United Nations, state governments have some funds and interventions or palliative goal targets. And where it aligns with the kind of services or products you offer, you can take advantage of that. Then the last thing is keep questioning the norm, questioning and testing your comfort zone, and engaging with family, friends, colleagues, clients, and customers. And if you combine those different things together, you'll definitely be in a good place to redefine and re-envision your business, your model, your strategy, and be better prepared post COVID-19. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So Dio, your final shot.
Okay.
Don't talk much.
So, I want to say thank you for having me around. Simple truth is things will not remain normal, and you just don't know what will not remain normal. And I just want you to go out there, go get value, go get exchange. As much as you can is the amount of cash that you can retain this period that will keep you for a long time. You don't know when next some of the economics, the cash flow will remain normal. As much as you can, retain a lot of cash, get a lot of cash from the system. People are spending. Don't believe there is no money in the system. People are spending. And I know people are spending. It's not because I'm not saying a wish for, I've made money this period and people are still making money. And you see, Mr. Paul said he still did a paid class yesterday. So you can organize something, put something together, get on your phone and call at least 10 people every day, wish them well, give them value. In exchange, they will not forget you for the kind of business you do, and they will also give business to you. So wish people stops on LinkedIn, on YouTube, everywhere you can get to. Start talking, start releasing content. The more you talk, because people only remember people who are top of mind, not people who actually can do it. So the best time is for you to start talking now. So please, thank you very much for having me, and I appreciate this, sir.
All right, thank you. Well, before you go, finally, I need you to show your picture, Dr. Amao and Dayo, please. Yeah, we want to take group picture now. That works too. That's part of technology we are into now. So that also
Okay.
works. So for everyone online that's
Okay,
still
so
online,
don't.
we are for everyone online. We are taking group picture now. So you may, if you are not having your picture online, you can just quickly do that. If you are not having your video online, we want to have group picture now. That is technology. Fantastic. So we know you are in class, and so if you also order for certificates, we'll send in your picture. So
Hope
if
you guys know that I'm selling. That's why I put on my company shirt.
so if
So
your
I wear
video
it
is
every
not,
time.
if your picture is not on, if you are just putting your name, I mean, you will not appear in this group picture, and it's not our fault. So it's from your head. I see people quickly praying up. Some are even sleeping, and you are in class. We will sanction you for that. All right. Okay. So okay, because I want to close. Okay, the last set of people. If your picture is not showing, you will see your name when we post it in the group. Okay, so on the final note, I want to say a big thank you to everyone, especially our faculty, for a wonderful job done. I mean, it has been an impressive time together. I can't talk much. I'm also a marketing expert because there's no time to talk. But what I will say is that when we started the idea of running this virtual training, we started out by saying we just want to make sure that we touch, ground with our clients. We have a large number of clients, corporate organization, and we do a lot of training. In fact, we have had training planned since March till now that will affect us millions of naira. Okay, but because pandemic came, we can't get money from anybody. So we decided to do a lot of things free. Okay, but I must say to you, we have had promises. Okay, there are promises, but there are promises that we can take to bank. That immediately after the lockdown, we have space. We are going to run training and collect money. We've received letter from the clients we have done free training for, giving us commendation. Those commendation letters alone for us worth good millions for us. Because why? We can put it on our website and somebody knows that this is our client. Right? So while you are looking and crying for money, I also feel that you need to do things to keep you in the mind of your client. Like I think Dayo, Mr. Paul said, when pandemic is gone, it is those of you that stood by us, that stood by your client right now, will be the first point of call. All right. So we are all in it together, and I can assure you we come out of it victoriously. But whatever you do now also counts a lot, goes a lot. And we've been working with a number of people, facilitators, our graphic guy that is designing all of the things we are doing for free. Okay, so we have also been giving certificates for some people. We have given that for some people for free, but we have said that the guy needs to just earn some few change out of what he's doing, and that's what we are doing. So please, let's ensure that okay, we maximize the best opportunity at this time. And I can assure you, all right, when the pandemic is finally over, or even if it's still on, you can still be very relevant in the scheme of things and in your line of business. So I want to say a big thank you. If the facilitator can manage their time or they can manage their schedule, for those that could not make it, I have a lot of people that cannot come on board because of the space. We'll look at what we can do, but I can't promise because the schedules are tight, but we'll discuss and see whether we can run another section. I don't know when, I don't know possible. If it's not, we'll see what we can do. But I wish everyone the best of luck. And I want to say thank you for participating in today's class. All right. I wish you all the best. Please stay safe. Wash your hand. Follow all the instructions. We don't want to lose anybody. It's real. COVID-19 is real. But please stay safe. Be very careful and cover your nose and mouth and everything that you can use to make sure that it keeps you safe. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.